We think in this world, man, or we were taught to believe that in movies, the good guy, the hero always wins. He always makes it to the finish line at the end of the day, and the villain always loses. Or the good guy always gets the girl, the good guy always gets a job, the good guy always gets everything at the end, how we were taught. But in real life, man, what y'all see in the day-to-day life is that the good guys always finish last. The good guys always finish last. The evil guy always comes first because he's more hungry, more ambitious, and he's a little bit more selfish with his time and his energy and his money. So the video I want to talk about today is what's the difference between good and evil when it comes to day-to-day life. When it comes to treating people right. Oh, I got the hiccups. When it comes to demanding what you want, when it comes to job opportunities, when it comes to just whatever you want in life, it doesn't matter how you get there, just get there type of mentality, right? So I want to know what's the difference between good and evil, right? So let's talk about it. But let's start the video with some energy. YouTube! Woo! What's up with y'all boys, man? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Bruce. So in today's video, man, I want to talk about what's the difference between good and evil, man. Like, I've been experiencing some things in my life, and YouTube is kind of like my digital diary. So I make vids for people, but I also make vids for myself because I want some understanding in certain things. And one of those things that I want to understand today that's been on my mind is what's the difference between good and evil, right? For instance, man, a lot of things that I've been exposed to lately or been seeing lately as an adult is that I'm always seeing the guy who puts himself first and who's selfish with himself. He's always getting to his goal. He's always getting to his purpose, whether that's him wanting to make 10K a month, whether that's him wanting to make 15K in a week, whether that's him just wanting to get the girl that he wants, whether that's him getting the job that he wants, and doesn't matter who's in his way, he's going to run them over. He still gets it, right? But a part of me also thinks that being good to a certain extent is also necessary, because like you can't just be evil or fake evilness, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of gotta like have a balance with it, man. And the way I've been feeling about it lately is like, you know what, bro, I'm tired of being tired. These dudes are getting to where they want to be. They're hungry, they're ambitious, they're striving for more, but they knocking people down at the same time. So that's kind of where I get stuck at. I see these guys knock down people that's in their way. The smaller people that's in their way, they just powering through them, knocking them down, getting them out the way, right? But it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why it's kind of like a stuck in the middle feeling, because you want it, but I heard like when you get to that level and get to the top, bro, you gonna become a somewhat evil person. You're gonna snake people over. You're gonna cross people out. But I don't think it should be that way. But we do live in a world that is like that, bro. We live in a world that's like that. So it kind of like brings to my attention. That's why we were gonna loop back to the beginning of what I was saying. What's the difference between good and evil? And a lot of these people would tell you like, yeah, man, my journey to the top, it was rough, it was hard, it was lonely, it was blah, blah, blah. But nobody's ever going to tell you the part of their story where they was crossing some people over or knock some people out the way to get to where they wanted to be because they was ruthless. My allergies want to act up at the wrong time. Come on, man. But they was ruthless with their mentality. They was ruthless with their mentality. They was ruthless with who they were around. They were ruthless about what they wanted to get. They was going to get it regardless. And I feel like I admire that a little bit, bro, because it's the work ethic. It's the passion. It's the hunger. It's the strive for better things, right? You don't want to stay stuck in one spot, bro, and just be like, oh, man, he get into it. He doing his thing. It's a little windy, so the camera's shaking. But he get into it, so he doing his thing. Meanwhile, the guy that's over here that's like the badass, the macho man, he over here doing his thing, making his money. He ruthless. He has a mentality of, I don't give a fuck what people think about me, I'm gonna get it done, right? And I just think that's necessary, bro. For a long, long time, I had the mentality of looking out for everybody, doing what was right by everybody, making sure everybody was good. But now, bro, it gets to a point where you're gonna be tired of being tired, bro. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people are gonna have their comments on that and this and that. But bro, just take a look at today's world, bro. Take a look at everybody and see what they're doing. selling the digital products, selling their starting businesses, getting the life that they want and they know they deserve. And I think it all started from them being tired of being tired, bro. So I definitely think that I'm on the right path, bro, because like everybody had that feeling before they got to that next level of them being tired of being tired, right? So I really don't think there's no such thing as good or evil, right? Do people do messed up things? Yes, of course. Do people do good things? Absolutely. But there's really no punishment for it, right? Like, people just being them. Whoever you are is gonna get you to the top, right? So if you just like this guy who naturally just nonchalant and he's like, hey, bro, I don't care if nobody cares about me. I'm me. I'm just gonna do what I do. If you don't like me, get out my way. I don't care. If you do like me, what's up? Come rock with me. That's the type of mentality I rock with, bro. Because at the end of the day, people gonna always have something to say about you regardless, right? They're gonna always have something to say about you regardless. So why not do what you wanna do at the end of the day anyway, right? But back to the topic though, what is the difference between good and evil? I think that's a topic you could kind of like ramble on for days, bro. Honestly, that's a topic you could go on for days and days and days. Maybe that's just my personal opinion though. So if you're on this video and you about to say something in the comments, man, say what you got to say. But that's just my opinion. I'm seeing it from the outside in. Maybe I got some more growing to do too. So, but right now at this very moment, at this day and age, I think that the people who are considered evil or, you know, just bad or whatever, I don't think they just capitalize on the opportunity, bro. And people were upset because they couldn't get to it first, right? Or people didn't think about the idea, or people don't like how it's going. People don't like how much power he has. People don't like how much money he has. Those are the complainers. Those are the people who are not doing anything. Those are the people who are following the rules. They going to work. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to work, but it's like, it's a difference if you actually enjoy it and you minding your business versus you going to work and complaining about how much money this person has, right? So I just think that it's a balance with that, because I don't think that makes no sense. Like, you can't go to work and then you can't complain about how much somebody else has if you wasn't working to get to it. You should strive to do better than that and figure that out on that end. You can't complain about how much what's in somebody else's pockets, and you still going to go put up and trying to work for somebody else's business. That just doesn't make no sense, bro. I don't like that complaining behavior. I don't like that around me at all. Like, if you mad because somebody else had an idea, bro, okay, come up with your own idea so you won't miss out on the next opportunity, right? But don't go to work and complain about the work that you're doing. You funding somebody else's life and you complaining. Look what you're doing. You're funding somebody else's business. You're funding somebody else's dream, right? So that's what it really all comes down to, bro. People be stuck in that poverty mindset. They don't want to grow. They don't want to create nothing of their own. They just want to complain about what the next person is doing, what the next person has, what the next person's doing. Oh, but he's doing this. That's not right, bro. Why are you worried about them, bro? Worry about yourself. Go make something happen for yourself. I don't know, man. That's just something I need to get off my chest, because I never was known for complaining. Don't complain, bro. Just work harder. You know what I mean? Do something that's gonna put something out to the world, bro. Create. We all creators. We all was made here. We was all put here to create on this earth, bro. You know what I mean? Not funding somebody else's dream. Fund your dream. Take a chance on yourself. No matter how long it takes, bro. Like, you gotta figure it out at some point. You gotta figure it out somehow. You gotta put in the work. And again, I don't be making these videos to tell y'all this, bro. I be telling this to myself too. But in that regard, bro, I don't think there's no such thing as good or evil, bro. Because if a person that's considered evil, or y'all say that he did bad things, or he's in this and that, y'all just talk, bro. Y'all hating on his success. Because whether he was good at first and then became evil, it doesn't matter, bro. He still had, at one point in time, he was a good person, and he realized, wait a minute, everybody in this world is evil, bro, as fuck. Like, everybody is ruthless. Everybody is cutthroat. If you don't develop that cutthroat mentality, bro, you gonna get messed over plenty times, bro. Can't trust nobody in this world. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful who you kick it with. You gotta be careful who you hang around, bro. This world, we live in a cutthroat world, bro. A very, very cutthroat world. Everybody looking out for themselves. Everybody worried about themselves. Nobody's worried about you, bro. Honestly, like, just be real with you, bro. Everybody got their own problems going on. You know what I mean? But back to the successful people, bro. Like, you can't complain about this person being successful and he got tired of the life he was living, his day to day. So he decided to make a change in his mentality and his behavior. and now he's successful. You can't hate on that, bro. You just can't hate on that. So that's really my thoughts on the vid, bro. I mean, on this video. Obviously, it's a much deeper meaning to it, but in this regard, when it comes to success, because it could go down a whole rabbit hole. It could go down a much bigger rabbit hole, like spiritually, what they're doing behind closed doors, what you want to call it, what cults and stuff they are in. You know what I mean? Like, that's much deeper. But on a successful standpoint, I want to talk about their mentality that they switched over to the mentality that they had now, that got them to their success, right? The mentality switch. They didn't have poverty mindset. They weren't complaining. They weren't bashing nobody. They were purely just working, bro. They were purely just working and focusing on their craft and just keeping their head down till they came up. They was networking with the right people. They was putting in the work. They wasn't going out. They wasn't smoking and drinking and clubbing every Friday night, drinking Cutwaters and buying Lululemon every weekend. You know what I mean? With their paychecks. They stayed down, bro. They built their businesses. They spread it out to the world. They blew up. You can't hate on that, bro. Especially if you're just a consumer and you're not producing no creativity. You're not putting no creativity into the world. How do you expect somebody to see you if you're not putting nothing out in the world? You just consuming all day. You watching other people's stuff when you should be creating your own stuff. You know what I mean? But that's a wrap for this video, man. That's a huge rabbit hole. It could get much deeper than that, bro. But I want to talk about on a success standpoint. And I know I be rambling on here sometimes, but that's what be on the top of my mind, man. So at the end of the day, what I hope y'all got from it was, bro, get out that poverty mindset and stop worrying about what the next man is doing, bro, and go focus on yourself and create something for yourself that's going to help you last and build something bigger for you, okay? I'm glad y'all stayed to the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share it to a friend who needs to hear it. We gone.